What's going on, everybody? Coach Chrispect, the wise guy on YouTube and Instagram. Welcome to The Drive, my often show. Won't call it the daily show, but call it the often show, where I get on YouTube and I go live and we talk about selling on Amazon, amongst other topics. And I figured I'd jump on to YouTube right now and talk a little bit about a couple things that are going on with myself, and we'll talk a little bit about private label and how you can thrust or impact any part of your business by simply starting a private label product. We'll talk about a mini project I have going on right now. I'm reaching out to as many Instagram, Amazon sellers who are on Instagram, influencers, maybe some of the sellers who have 15,000, 30,000 followers. I've had conversations with some of the influencers, and I've had conversations with some of the new sellers. And, the goal is to really just get a bunch of quotes to put together in stories, maybe on YouTube, maybe in the feed, just from sellers in general, of their rules of thumb, the 100 rules of thumb of a retail arbitrage seller. And I've had so many different tips. It's been, I've learned a thing or two. I think I've reached out and had responses from about 30 sellers so far. Maybe 20 or so quotes so far. So I don't know how long it'll take me. I only started this a couple of days ago. So maybe it'll take me about 10 days or so to get in contact with and quotes from 100 different sellers. But it's going to be interesting. I think a lot of people are going to learn something. It's going to be free. It's going to be available. I'm going to try to make it, I'm going to make it quality when I put it on there. I'm thinking I might even get some video quotes from some of the influencers and some of the sellers. I might get them to shoot me a video quote of what they said and kind of incorporate that into the mini project here. So just something fun. I thought, you know what, I need to grow my Instagram following. I need to reach out and connect with a lot of people. Why not kind of start some relationships? The great thing about Amazon sellers is, for the most part, everybody wants to help everybody, no matter how big they are or how small. I mean, I get it. Some of the really big ones probably get a lot of DMs, so I might kind of feel like one of those DMs. If you're watching, super Instagrammers, then know that I'm not one of those spam DMs. I am another entrepreneur trying to help other entrepreneurs win. So respond to my message. I'd love for everybody I reached out to be a part of this mini project. And it's a beautiful day out today. It was bluer skies this morning. If you saw my latest Instagram talking about private label, I just wanted to talk about that right now too. But it's cold, but that's gonna change. This is Vancouver, man. This is kind of random weather. We got snow everywhere in March. It's kind of rare for the city. It'll probably be 15 degrees on Monday. It's 8 degrees right now. It'll probably be 15 degrees Celsius. Is that Celsius here? Yeah. But it'll warm up. Everything will melt. It'll rain. Everything will go away. Right here on the left-hand side is EA Sports headquarters. So if you love video games, you'll love this place. Right here on the left-hand side, EA Sports. It's in the game. That's where it is. It's based in Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. Home of every sports game known to man that is any good. And just headed to Burnaby General, pick up my mom. She was in the hospital for a couple of days, had a little issue breathing. So doctors made sure that her lungs were okay and that she was okay. So I'm just going to grab her. Private label Sundays. I've made it a habit to practice my listing quality skills as part of my product research and product kind of development for my product business, for my private label business. It really is, and like I said in the video, my video on Instagram, it really is the more important part of selling on Amazon is creating listings. The skill of doing product research, finding products that are high demand, low comp, sourcing them, negotiating, that's easy because you have tools that practically do it all for you, and show you what it is that you need to do. The more difficult part of a private label seller is the manual stuff that they have to do, the stuff that is on them, and that stuff is creating a listing, getting photos, creating those sales bullet points, creating a description loaded with keywords, getting those keywords, SEOing their listing, and ultimately ranking on page 1. That's the difficult part of being a private label seller. But it also becomes the actual part of being a private label seller that is profitable. That's what's going to make you money. That's what's going to free up your time and ultimately let you walk away from your job. Retail arbitrage sellers know that they have to spend hours and hours and hours. A big part of the business is getting out there and hitting up stores and sourcing product. Is really hard to scale up. Whereas the more you scale up with a private label product business, brands that you've created, the more you scale up doing that, the more time you'll acquire back for yourself, because your product's going to do nothing but sell itself because you created a great listing and you ranked your listing on page 1. So I am dedicating Sundays to enhancing my skills and turning that into a masterclass. So I'm going to be talking a lot more about private label selling over the next week or so. I'm going to be talking a lot more about that and sharing as much wisdom as I can with you guys. Ultimately, what's going on, guys? Sharing as much wisdom as I can and, teaching people how to, or what little tips and tricks they can do to ultimately become a good private label seller, grow their private label business, drive customers to their listings, grow their brands, all of those things that qualify people to be good private label sellers. And ultimately, I think at the end of the day, most people want to sell on Amazon because they want financial freedom. They want they'll be able to walk away from their job. They want to make a lot of extra money, or some get on just to make some side cash. So over the next week or so, when I do these drives and these lives, if you have any questions about specific parts, hit me up in the comment section. I'll use those as inspiration in my videos. Maybe I'll talk about some of those things as I do them and give you as much free knowledge as I can. Of course, my course is a fundamental course. It's not expensive. It's $97. It teaches you exactly how to do it, how to start your private label business, and how to execute all the way through to creating listings and managing your private label products and ultimately ranking on page 1. But all the tips that I'll give on YouTube will be strategies that I've incorporated above and beyond a private label seller. So, yeah, that's about it. I just want to jump on here quickly for about 10 minutes and give you guys a heads up of what's going on. Now I'm going to jump into the hospital, go grab my mom, take her home, and then head back to my place and start creating listings today. All right, guys, enjoy. Coach Chrispect. Smash that like button if you thought this was great stuff. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Chrispect. Peace.